Hi, this is Rob, coming to you from the backwoods of Maine. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was being gay. And the reason why, as I've told you before, I am gay. I've known it since I was a child. I also know that the majority of people who are brought up in religions where they are taught that being homosexual is evil or unnatural or against God's commandments are also extremely homophobic. Because I was extremely homophobic. I was extremely homophobic because in my religion that I grew up as a Mormon, homosexuality is compared to, in that religion, abortion and murder. It is. Because when I was a missionary, we were not allowed to baptize anyone who was involved in any homosexual relationships, who has ever murdered somebody, or who has ever had abortion. They equate these three things together. And murder is pretty evil. I think is one of the most evil acts that a person could do in life, is to take the life of another person. In their minds, it is the same as being homosexual. It's just that grave of a sin. So I was very homophobic because I was running away from the aspect of myself that I did not approve of, that I thought was evil, and that I did not want to come to terms with. Even though I had felt homosexual thoughts even before I even knew what sex was as a child. I remember even having homosexual thoughts at the early ages of 6 years old. But I finally came to terms with it because I realized I do not want to continue walking this earth in this life as a human being, harboring self-hatred for myself. There is nothing more painful for a human being to go through than self-hatred. You can hide it from the rest of the world, but it never leaves you. It's inside. And as long as I thought being gay was some evil, horrendous thing that I had been brainwashed into believing as a child, I could never like myself. So I came to terms with it, and I decided I am not going to hate myself. I am going to love myself, and loving myself means I need to accept myself as I am. Anything beyond non-acceptance is not love. A lot of people say, and I've heard this and I've said it before, and when I was in religion, being gay is not natural. That's why it's evil, because it's not natural. That's a bunch of crap. Natural comes from the word nature. And if you look in nature and take your head out of the sand and see what is around you, animals are gay. Lions are gay. Elephants are gay. My 2 dogs, they have no idea that I'm gay, so I haven't influenced them. But we have 2 male dogs, and they're continuously humping each other. Being gay is natural. In nature, species are gay. Is it natural? Are they ostracized from other members of their species? No. That's because animals are free of judgment. Animals have an unconditional love for the world, which is something humans have not yet achieved, which is something we should all be aiming for. But if you decide to say, like in a comment to this even, that being gay is not natural, that is because you are in a self-imposed state of ignorance. You're refusing to look at information around you in nature. You're refusing to accept reality of the species that cohabitate this world with us. So, as I said in my other video, because you are in a state of self-imposed ignorance, that you are actually being stupid, because that's what stupidity is. It is self-imposed ignorance. You might not agree with being gay, okay, and you have a right not to agree with it, but saying that it is not natural, and that's why you don't like it, is self-imposed ignorance, because it is natural. You have evidently not observed nature. I've heard a lot of people say that being gay is not good because the reason why we have sex is to procreate. That's the whole purpose of sex. And I think in an evolutionary, from an evolutionary perspective, that is totally correct. We have sex to procreate and to continue this species, whatever species you belong to. But I find it ironic that so many people who say that use birth control. So what are they saying? That they also have sex for recreation? Okay, so if you are somebody who holds to the idea that sex is only for procreation, and you use birth control, even sometimes, you are a hypocrite. Because what you're doing and what you're saying are totally not aligned. I briefly wanted to touch on the topic of gay marriage. I'm gay, but you know what? I don't give a damn about gay marriage, because to be quite honest with you, I think that the whole concept of marriage, of legally being bound to someone that you are supposed to just be bound to them with your heart and your love, and then to apply law to that and to make it some formal contract, I think that that concept of marriage is so twisted anyways. I think heterosexual marriage is very archaic and outdated, and I know that I'm a heretic in saying so, but that's okay. Because human progress has never taken place without the heretics. The conformists are the ones who weigh us down. The heretics are the ones who move us forward. And if you look around society today, marriage has really become a bane in society. Check out family courts. Check out all of the mess, the financial mess, the legal mess that marriages have caused. And the majority of marriages end in divorce anyhow. I believe if you love somebody, you should be with that person because of love. And if something happens and you no longer feel that love, you no longer feel that connection, then you should have the right to move on. And you would not want to have that person be with you anyways, because that's not fair to them. And let's look around nature. The majority of all animal species behave in that manner. Is that not natural? No. Not natural is being legally bound to somebody else and then feeling tied to that person for the rest of your life, and not maybe feel love anymore. That is not natural. I hate it when people throw around these words like what is natural to justify their ideas of morality when their ideas of morality do not reflect nature, which is what the word natural comes from. Those are just some thoughts I want to throw out there. But back to gay marriage. I do think, in spite of the fact that I don't really give a damn about gay marriage, I think that it is hypocritical for heterosexuals to discriminate against anyone for any reason, especially someone who has a different lifestyle than them, and withhold financial benefits from them based on the way they choose to live their lives. Well, that's not right. And that's just something I've come to observe and as a conclusion I've drawn. Because these are the same people that cry freedom and cry, we are all free. And then they are the same ones who repress and oppress other people. Don't understand it. In fact, sometimes, I know I'm going off on the topic, but I need to say this. I'm a United States citizen. My family has been here for 13 generations. We were one of the first British colonists that came to the United States before the Revolution. And I cannot understand the enigma of the United States, my own country. As much as I love it, we have built a society up that claims to be coming here to form a religious freedom. Religious freedom, we hold it up like a banner, yet we discriminate so much. The Puritans did. I mean, if you were not a Puritan, they wanted to pretty much burn you to the stake, yet they came here for freedom. I don't understand the enigma of American society, and I think that we've always had that problem as Americans. And if you say that homosexuality is not okay because the scriptures allude to it, holy scriptures that also tell us to stone our children when they pick up sticks on the Sabbath. I mean, for centuries, Europeans justified slavery for the same reason. You know, the Europeans justified putting Africans into slavery because they said that Africans are just a lower form of life. They're not human. They did say this. They said that they're children of Cain. This is very much part of history, whether Europeans and European Americans want to even think about it or look at it.